Dr. Edmond Chan was part of the committee. He's also the head of the Division of Allergy and Immunology in UBC's Department of Pediatrics. Dr. Chan joins me now with more. Good morning. Thanks for being on our program.
Good morning.
So,
hi, thank you.
I feel parents across the country, really around the world, are looking at this and going, what? Because it seems to contradict everything that we thought before about treating peanut allergies. What did you learn in this study?
Yeah, so this study was published in 2015, and it was the first reliable study where they followed two groups of infants over 5 years, with one group not receiving peanut at all, and the other group starting peanut around 4 to 10 months of age, so very early. And what they found was a dramatic reduction in the risk of peanut allergy for the group that was introduced to peanut early. And so what we've done in this committee since then is tried to implement those findings into the real world, which is quite different from conducting a research study. And so these guidelines basically state that around 6 months of age, infants should be introduced to non-choking forms of peanut, and from that point on, be given it very regularly, several times per week. For a very small subset, there should be consideration of testing prior, so they're particularly high risk, but for the vast majority, to introduce at home.
So is this something that you should do under the advice or guidance of your family doctor or your pediatrician? Should you tell them first that you're going to start introducing peanuts and peanut products to your kids?
Yeah, so the guidelines give advice based on risk category. And so that highest risk category is an infant who has severe eczema or egg allergy. So if either of those criteria are true for your infant, then yes, see your physician first to discuss the approach. There would be testing involved and possibly a supervised physician feeding, so feeding the peanut non-choking form right in the physician's office. But again, that's a very small subset of infants. So we're talking well under 10% of infants would be in that category. The vast majority, over 90% of infants, would be in the category where it's very safe to introduce at home because the likelihood of a reaction the first time it's tried is very low. And for that group, if the parent is especially fearful or there's other reasons, then they could go through their physician first.
Doctor,
I want to add that,
yes.
Sorry, yes.
No, go ahead.
I want to add that although this is an American guideline, it has been endorsed by the Canadian Society of Allergy and Clinical Immunology because part of my role in the committee was to represent that organization.
So would this same technique, I'll call it, work for other allergies as well, doctor?
It is suspected that it would work for other food allergens. The one that's been studied the most next to peanut would be egg. And overall, the data is pointing towards a reduction in egg allergy with early introduction. With egg, it appears the form of egg is quite important. So if it's a less well-cooked egg, a more raw form of egg, then it probably would not work. But if it's a very well-cooked egg, a hard-boiled or a thoroughly cooked scrambled egg, then it would work. And for other allergens, it just hasn't been studied in the same fashion as peanut and egg, but we feel that the other allergens shouldn't work any differently. And really, there shouldn't be any unintended delay of introduction of any foods to prevent allergy.
Dr. Edmond Chan, thanks so much.
Thank you.